still curious about that chest.
Still curious about that chest.
Right. I be telling yous, curse the balance, girl. You never give up, do you? I be having no real treasure in here, like I told ye. But it be where I keep me personal articles, and things I be picking up now and then on me travels. And me bird, it's where I be keeping me bird before I be losing him. I be a stupid old man. He be my best friend. I ain't nobody else around to talk to, you see, on account of him being a talking bird.
Yes. What happened to your talking bird?
What happened to your talking bird?
I be cheated out of him. Aye, that cups handler on the marketplace be cheating me in a full game of cups.
Indeed.
And I be having to give me bird up to try to win me money back.
And what happened?
He
He be
cheated.
taking me bird when I be choosing the wrong cup. Aye, my best friend taken from me. Cursed be the balance. I be all lonesome now.
How did he cheat you?
The worst part is that me bird is now a prize to be won. A prize in a cups game. Beat the handler thrice and you win a prize of your choice, me poor bird.
What's your bird's name?
Bird.
Oh,
How imaginative. Right, get going.
I'd better get going.
Ah, yous young'uns all be always running round. Everything be so important. Yous be having no time to sit down and take a breath. So go. Be not wasting your time here with me.
I can rescue his bird. And then... Lighthouse.
It's a lighthouse. The blue fire's burning bright, a safe beacon for weary sailors, and a magnet for flowery prose.
Indeed.
I wouldn't feel too comfortable about sailing anywhere in that. It's like a toy boat for children.
Alright, okie big boat or pier. Not Pierre, thank you, brain. Pier. Don't need anything else around, is there? That's the ship. That's the small pier there, isn't it? Ooh. Oh no, that's the small pier. Right, okay. I don't think I've got anything to actually gamble with now, have I? Huh. Because he wants me... Maybe I've opened up a new area with knowing about this alchemist. I mean, I don't think so. I think... Ooh. Oh, no, that's just... Maybe I can talk to the bird. Maybe that's now something I can do. Let me watch things. I could try going back in.
It's a talking bird.
Yeah, we know who that is now. Okay. Don't have a map.
Maps!
Can I ask you some questions?
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, maps!
How do you get along with your neighbour?
How do you get along with your neighbors?
The cups handler? Stay away from him, miss. He takes great joy in robbing people's purses. You can't beat him, not without magic. And he doesn't allow magic at his table.
How would he know if I did use magic?
Oh, he's got one of those blasted talismans. They're always digging up magical artifacts in Shagagriel, and they sell them to dogs like him for a silver coin or two.
Okay, silver. We
Get
can
a
use.
proper job, you son of a mole!
Do you know Vestrum Tobias?
Do you know Vestrum Tobias?
Everyone knows Vestrum Tobias, girl. He's been an important part of this city for as long as I can remember.
What can you tell me about him?
The Vestrum is an honorable man, but a conservative one. I don't know if he still has the best interests of the people at heart. Sometimes I think he worries too much about custom. The Sentinel have been our so-called protectors and keepers of the balance for so long we don't even think of it anymore. But now that the Vanguard are introducing a new way of thinking, new philosophies, I'm afraid the Sentinel will find their power diminish before too long. Their resistance to change will be their downfall. Mark my words, their downfall for certain. And Tobias, honorable man that he is, will be remembered as the captain who went down with his ship.
You start veering into the question of
for your
progressivism
help.
versus conservatism.
Maps!
So I assume these are... Bye.
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 Maps, get your fresh maps here. Buy 2, get the second one half price.
I worry that that might be relevant. I wonder if there's any way of manipulating his... He's...
It's a talking bird.
Yes, we know. We're aware of this at this point. There's no one... Doesn't seem to really be anything else we can visit unless we head back to Tobias. Maybe you can say something else. Oh, no. The cup holder, what's this? Cups handler. He's got a few more bits of dialogue, I think.
How about a game of cups today?
Can you tell me again what I can win? Ask you a few questions.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Time is money, so make it quick.
How do you get along with your neighbor?
How do you get along with your neighbor?
The maps merchant? We've faced each other for 6 years now, every single day, and he never speaks a word to me except to insult me. Nose high in the sky, calls me a charlatan, as if he's the guardian himself. You know, good oversized bag of wind?
What do you know about Vestron Tobias?
What do you know about Vestron Tobias?
Vestron Tobias, eh? The high priest of the Sentinel himself. Did you know they call themselves the Fathers? It's a joke. When was the last time they did anything for us, the people? No. They are only interested in sticking with their outdated customs and keeping their secrets under lock. I'm getting more and more inclined to listen to these new people, the Vanguard. Their ideas appeal to me. They may be radical, but we're past due for a change. Only thing I don't wholly approve of is their alliance with the Tyrant. Filthy, dangerous people. But the Vanguard seem to have them under control, so I'm not too worried. I wish they wouldn't allow them into the city, though.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, how about a game of cups?
I'm broke.
Sorry, but I'm broke.
May the balance bring coin to your pocket, young lady, so that you may return to me and invest it in a game of cups.
Can I proffer him my sticky sweets?
I'm not particularly hungry.
Oh, I can. Can I use it? No. Can I use the pin, actually? Plastic.
It's a talking bird.
Yes, we've already discovered this fact. Maybe there's something in the temple that I'm missing. Conversed with Tobias.
Quaint. And they go with the general decor of the place.
Indeed. Indeed they do. Ooh,
Excuse
swinging.
me.
Swinging! Need to check that. That's relevant. Oh, Brian Westhouse.
Do you know a man named Brian Westhouse?
Westhouse? That old goat? Yes, unfortunately. What would you with him?
I need to find him.
I do not know where he lives. I hear somewhere on the outskirts of the city by the sea, but I cannot tell you any more than that.
Who'd know about him?
Who'd know about Westhouse?
His whereabouts? I do not understand what you would with him. He is rude, uncultured, and ignorant.
Cortez told me to look him up.
Well, I do not know where he lives or frequents, but someone at the market may. He trades merchandise there, and I think he collects maps of the Northlands.
Bling? Bling? Okay, what do you know about Cortez?
What do you know about Cortez?
Your mentor? What has he told you about himself?
Not much. Nothing, in fact. He's a complete mystery to me.
To learn something about someone, the best way to go about it is to ask them yourself. There is nothing I can do to enlighten you.
How do you know him?
But who is he?
Cortez.
He is who he is, what he is. If he has not told you himself, then perhaps he does not wish you to know. It would be improper for me to divulge his secrets.
You're as bad as he is. No offense. It's just frustrating.
I understand. The next time you see him, tell him what you have told me. Maybe he will tell you the truth, maybe he will not. It is his choice to make.
Right, so we can start looking for Brian Westhouse while we're doing other things. We're going to have to head back to the map merchant then, about Arcadia.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions about Arcadia?
I will try my best to answer any question you may have, April.
Do I want to know this stuff? What's Mercuria like?
What's Mercuria like?
I have lived in this city all my life, and still it amazes me what a diverse, exciting, and wonderful place it is. Many have called Mercuria the jewel of the Northlands, and they are right. But it is a diamond in the rough. A city this size can never be flawless. There are always shadows, and people who hide in them. Lately, the shadows have grown and darkened, and I fear for the future. But Mercuria is still a wonderful place to live.
What are the Northlands?
What are the Northlands?
The Northlands is a collective term for all the lands north of the Great Sea, and south of the border mountains including Ireed, Tyran, and Khorasan. Before, however, the word Northlands was used to describe this entire continent, including the territories north of the mountains and the icy wastes beyond that. Some still prefer the latter interpretation of the name. And to the people of the Southlands, anyone hailing from north of the Great Sea is a Northlander regardless.
Okay, I don't need to know about anything else, I don't know.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could assist you.
And we know how to get back to... Well, no, how am I supposed to get back? That's why we're looking for Brian Westhouse. Maybe there's another way back.
How am I supposed to get back to Stark?
The only way to get back is through a shift. You are a shifter, April, and the power to travel between worlds is within you.
It might be within me, but it doesn't look like it's coming out anytime soon.
I wish I could help you, but I cannot. You must find the path on your own.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
You will? If you say so, then it must be true.
Oil lamps, or whatever their magical equivalent may be called.
But it's swinging.
Oil lamps, or whatever their magical equivalent may be called.
With this. It's bothering me. Oh, the pen. Maybe that'll pin it. No. Plastic. It's squeaking and annoying. Is there anything else we can look at?
Oil lamps, or whatever their magical equivalent may be called. Enormous satin drapes.
Curtains. Can I do so? Can I pin the curtains? No. Right, anything around here?
It's a beautiful day outside.
It's a beautiful day. Da, 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 da. Can't find anything. Let's go back to the map merchant. Let's find Brian Westhouse. Maybe we come back later. If we can then shift and then come back later with some items we can pick up. Iron's is very freely available. So then we could back in Stark. I assume Stark is very similar to where we are. It's called Earth. It's called Earth Drang. So, I assume it's meant to be. Well, it is. And then we can get the iron and use it here.
Maps!
Maps. I'm looking for Brian Westhouse.
I'm looking for Brian Westhouse.
Briar west of house? It's not on any of my maps, and I've never heard of it. Maps!
It's a man, not a place, Mr. Brian Westhouse.
I would most certainly remember a name as queer as that, and I don't. Get your maps while they're fresh.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, maps?
What's Arcadia like?
What's Arcadia like?
What can I say about a whole world, girl? It's a beautiful place for sure, but we're stuck in the past. We don't look ahead, not like our cousins in Stark. Magic is all well and good, but it won't bring our world into the modern age, and Arcadia is untamed. It's wild and unpredictable. Good for the map business, sure, but not so good for productivity and expansion. No, some people may consider our world a paradise. The Sentinel, for one, they'd prefer to keep it just the way it is. Me, I'd like to see some changes, and fast.
Well, what do you know about Stark?
What do you know about Stark?
Land of wonders, strange customs, and machinery. Ah, to be in Stark. I'd give my right leg. Well, perhaps not my right leg as such. You really need 2 sturdy legs to stand on in this business, or you'll find yourself... yes, a grand place indeed, free of this blasted, chaotic, unpredictable magic. Does no good to anyone. Now, machines built by man, controlled by man, in servitude of man. That's the future, isn't it? Yes, the Vanguard may be a little unorthodox in their methods and teachings, but they're right about one thing. Stark and Arcadia belong together, not apart.
Thanks for your help.
Maps!
And that's, of course, why
Bye.
gold is...
Maps! Get your fresh maps here. Buy 2, get the second one half price.
Kind of explains why gold is of so little value. Is you can just pick it up. You can go panning for it and whatnot. Whereas iron, you can't find it in a raw format. Although this is the medieval period, so iron, even then, gold had a degree of value. Right, so maybe I should speak to some of the other merchants here.
I'm not in the market for an instrument at this particular moment. Still, good to know where to get one in case of a musical emergency.
So, something around the docks, apparently. Possibly. Could go to the small pier, maybe he knows something, or maybe the ship, but... So many things I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm running around. Maybe I just need to try using some of these items on things, but I don't know what I need to use them on. Let's try talking to him, talking to the sailor again.